Hey guys, welcome back to Roots Refuge Farm. So I have a really great vlog for you to watch today with an amazing update about the transformation happening in front of my beautiful greenhouse. But first, I wanted to remind you, if you have not done so already, go sign up for our newsletter. There will be a link in the description down below, or you can always go to www.rootsrefuge.com and sign up there. Our newsletter goes out weekly, and it is just a recap of all of our videos. I've had a lot of people tell me that sometimes they don't get notifications of our videos, but you can get a newsletter that gives you a link to those things. It gives you links to new blog posts, different information that we're sharing, as well as all of the first announcements for anything that we are releasing, or any opportunities that we're talking about, or any events that we're going to be at. All of that is going to be in the newsletter first. It also just gives us an opportunity to connect directly with you without having to go through another platform, and we want to make sure that we can connect directly with our audience. And actually tomorrow, Saturday, April 30th, a very big announcement is going to be in the newsletter first. All of the information about something that will soon be available. So make sure you're signed up, rootsandrefuge.com, or at the link down below, and enjoy this vlog. I just ran in to get my camera. I've been out here with the guys. We're working in the garden belt, and I want to show you the progress and just kind of bring you along for some of the stuff that we're currently doing. It's really bright out here. It's the middle of the day, so that doesn't always make for the best videos, but sometimes I have to let go of my ideal in order to show the information. All right, so I just stopped in front of the greenhouse, and I'm going to introduce you guys to Mr. Marcelo. He's the one who has done all of this incredible rock work, as well as the other mason work we've had done since we've been here. He did the retaining walls around the greenhouse and the flower beds in front of our house, and he does amazing work. So I'm going to interrupt him working. So he lives here locally. We met him when we came here, and he's been amazing. Because look at this beautiful block work. All right, so me and the guys just moved this tarp back on my potato bed, and then we're also going to spread out all of this really broken down. This started as wood chips. Now it's pretty much just composted wood chip soil, and we're going to spread this all out on top of here. This is where we're going to do sweet potatoes, and we ran out of these fresh wood chips. We're going to try to see if we can find some more of these. I've got a sprinkler running here. It's about to hit me, but it feels pretty good because I've been really hot out here. But we've got the sprinkler running, just soaking this. We're getting ready to put in some cattle panel trellises. Y'all know it's about to feel like my garden for the first time. We're just running the sprinkler. It is a pretty warm day. It's about 80 degrees out here, 26 Celsius. There's a nice breeze. It feels okay, but it is definitely warm in the sunlight. Now we're getting all of these spaces ready. Of course, we got the high tunnel ready. I showed you guys that in the other video. This is as done as it's going to be. Eventually there will be another row walkway, and then another row that goes this way, like that. And this space will be done, and then there will be a walkway to the fence line. But like I said, we ran out of material. So we're moving on to prepping the next space. And then we will get to planting. Kind of this last I guess it's been 3 days, the focus has been preparing the spaces. And then we'll get into planting the spaces, which the planting will be primarily Will and I doing that. And I'll show you guys that stuff. But right now I'm having the guys that can do the heavy lifting help with a lot of this stuff and running the equipment. Hey y'all, so I'm headed back outside. I'm gonna take you with me. Come on, Bear. I was working, and it's very warm outside, so I have a tendency to start working in shorts and tank tops and all that, but I can feel that my skin needs a break, so I came in to cover it up a little bit more and head back out to the garden because we're planting the cottage garden around the greenhouse right now. Hey cows, hey girls. Y'all, can you believe how different Helen looks? Look at her. Her face was solid black when she came here, but she lost her winter coat. Now she looks like Hope. Would you like to get in? Come on. Up here. I didn't know. I knew they could change, but I didn't know they could change so much. She looks like a completely different cow. When we have so much work going on, I find vlogging to be a little bit difficult to show everything and get stuff done. You know, a lot of times I plan jobs around videoing them, but during this particular time, we have way too much going on, like that we have to get done whether we video it or not. So, kind of getting back into that thing where I've got little clips here and there, and I'm afraid this video is probably going to be like that, but some content is better than none, right? Actually, we're going down here a little bit further. I thought I was going to stop there. So the Noahs are currently installing cattle panels, and I need to bring the side by side back to them. Y'all, this is starting to feel like my garden. These are the first cattle panel trellises. Now, I guess that's not true. I have that one little piece of cattle panel trellis down in my garden in front of the house, but these are the first arched trellises at my new farm, and it's making me feel very much like this is home. As you can see here, got multiple arches. I do have a tutorial video on how to do this, as well as how to do these trellis walls. Good job, Noah. Can see these. So I'm going to be planting some tomatoes out here, and that's what these are for, and then a variety of other things on these arches. Actually, Jeremiah's hollering for the Noahs to come down and help him and Will, because they are getting ready to place my beautiful fountain. So I've been out here and I started planting. I got a little clip of Ben helping me, which I'll show you guys right here. And we are planting largely perennials in this garden up here in front of the greenhouse. And I may stick some annual things in here this year just to fill the space out, because if you don't cover the earth, she's going to cover herself with weeds. And the more I can get growing in here soon, you know, the better it'll be as far as like helping the soil get established. But in the coming years, I'm hoping these perennials will all fill out and fill the space up really beautifully.
Okay. The goal is to go straight over there, set it down on the hole that Marcel built. Oh, well, right now we're just gonna pick it up and get it to the edge, and then we're all gonna get on flat ground and then pick it up and try. My goal, I think the best idea is to get it there in one go without stopping. Because we're trying to stop and set it down on the flagstone and drop it.
Feels like, why do I have to leave them in the back?
I'm gonna put some stepping stones through here, some of the extra flagstone we have, so you can walk through that without walking on the soil.
Can we tell them about the cracks?
Can you tell them what?
Can you tell them about what we're gonna plant in the cracks?
How about you tell them?
Well, I don't know what they're called.
We can show them. Would you like to show them the things we got to plant in the cracks?
Yeah, but see how there's dirt in these cracks?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're gonna plant something interesting.
You're gonna plant something interesting in the dirt in the cracks?
We're gonna plant these. You can step on them, and they have really thick leaves. So, if you like put these, the leaves will break.
Yeah. Yeah, so we've got a tray of succulents, some variety of different sedums to go in the cracks. Got some other stone crop to go in the cracks. I got a few of those. And I also got a couple of trays of this elfin woolly thyme. Here's one variety, which this one was very heavily suggested by you guys, and I'm very hopeful that it'll just take over and smell amazing.
Smells good.
And then I also got this variety over here.
And a cheddar.
Of an elfin thyme. This is pink chintz, really small thyme which blooms pink. So that's some actually more woolly thyme that's tucked in there. So I'm going to see how far I can get with this as far as planting those walkways. And as tempting as it is in your garden spaces when you're trying to establish perennials to put every single crack filled, you can like break plants up like that, put little bits here and there, and it will spread. It's just take a little bit longer. So I'm kind of committed to that taking a little longer. But I'm going to see how far those 3 trays go. I've never done anything like this before, so I had no idea how many plants to buy, and I'm assuming I'm going to need probably quite a bit more. So before Mr. Marcello laid the walkway, we put a trench in. That way we were able to run a PVC pipe underneath so that we could wire it into the power to run the pump for the fountain. All right, we're going to see if it holds water. Got the new...
Yeah.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see. It's the plug we're testing because the old plug worked, but we didn't have the proper pump. So he'll have to splice this plug and wire it into the electrical wire, and we don't have the power on out here yet. We're probably going to test it all with a extension cord just to make sure it works. But we're currently working on getting the permit for the power that will help that will make it where we don't have to use the milk machine with the generator and all that stuff. We're just
how do you know if the plug won't work?
Well, Dad was going to test it with that little garden friend. I do see a... No, that's not a strand of bubbles. That's a string. So, yeah. I mean, it doesn't appear to be draining at all. Nice. That's smarter than using the spray nozzle. Listen, I am steady. Did you guys know that a person's weaknesses are very often an overflow of their strengths? I will do something that makes no sense efficiency-wise if it's what I'm used to doing. But I'm steady, steadfast. That's who I am. Maya, on the other hand, improvises everything. He comes in and sees systems that I have in place, and it bothers him, and he fixes them and makes them faster. You need me to take it?
Yeah.
Are we gonna turn it on today?
We're gonna test it.
Okay. But are we?
Pass that through.
Are we gonna turn it on?
Grab the other end.
So one of the things my friend Matthew is suggesting is that before I plant this fountain, to like run it and see how splashy it is, because if it's very splashy, I need to plant something that can tolerate consistent watering underneath. We set it a little lower than the flagstone, so we'll fill this with soil, but I'm gonna have to figure out like height wise what I have that I can plant in here. We'll troubleshoot, Ben, don't worry.
What's too much?
The hose?
I'll
if
cut
there's
it
too
off.
much hose, we'll just cut it off.
So it's gonna shoot out that.
Oh my goodness, this is gonna be so pretty. Hey, Katie girl. Hey, Bear, y'all coming to check it out? Are you blowing bubbles? You're not drinking it, are you? No. Oh, he plugged it in. Oh, it doesn't look like it's gonna be real splashy. Maybe a little bit.
That is magnificent.
Magnificent!
You like how it's coming out the top?
Yeah.
I can cut that hose and it would make it less
Bubbly.
It would be less high and more just kind of bubbling out.
Dang, something's not quite lining up. It's not entirely level. Well, we might have to troubleshoot this just a little bit to get it just right, but it looks like it is going to be magnificent. So the ring that holds it is not quite
This right here.
flush.
You can feel it.
I wonder if we could maybe
See
just...
how it's moving?
Yeah, I'm wondering if we could even just get... Ben, where are those real flat stones you were going to go take and skip in the pond? I wonder if we could...
Well, they'd have to be pretty skinny. It's not that far out of level. My thinking is, honestly, I might go get some concrete patch.
Or in like, okay, yeah, and
just
build it up a
scrape
little
it
bit.
And flatten it and make sure it's level myself, and then when it dries, reset it.
Yeah.
But I'll probably...
Because then it will come out of all 4 of these, because right now it's not coming out of 2 of them, because it's a little off, but I'm still extremely excited.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Oh,
Maya.
actually, that might work. Let me see some of those.
It's like little layers of this.
Well, that was pretty effective. I mean, look at it, it's coming out all 4 now.
Maya, it's so good that you know how to do things.
I've never done this before my whole life.
I know, but you're good at figuring stuff out. All right.
I like that. It makes me feel like we're like in Vegas or something. Look, guys, it's on beat. We get the music out here.
All right, I'm gonna get back to doing some planting, but I will set you guys up so you can see. because I want to knock this out. I'm trying to get as much planted in here as I can this evening. Next week we're supposed to get a lot of rain, and my hope is that if we can get as much planted over the weekend here and then in the garden, the vegetable garden, I think that it would be good so that things could take root as the rain is coming in and cooling it off. So, all right, I'm gonna get back to it. I turned the sprinkler on my camera. Hey silly, let's go inside. You gotta get ready for baseball. Well, we got to a pretty good stopping point. I feel okay about it. I would have liked to get a little bit more done before having to leave for baseball practice, but it is what it is. It's the last week of baseball. I'm so relieved. It has been extremely difficult. Like my normal spring content creation groove has definitely been hindered by the baseball season, but you know, the kids have enjoyed it, which is good. You are silly. It was nice planning with me. It was nice planning with you guys. I'm gonna leave the sprinkler running on this little section to water these plants in. Area is about 3 inches of compost sitting on top of a layer of contractor paper, which I broke through to plant all these things. But even still, it's gonna be really important. It's gonna be really important to keep this watered so that it can make it through that layer. Also, when you're planting and it's hot, it is very important when you're transplanting plants or seeds, either thing, to make sure you're keeping that soil moist while they're getting established, because they can struggle with establishing roots. And obviously, if it's hot and they're having a hard time establishing roots, they're not gonna get the moisture that they need and they'll shrivel up and die. Oh, Benjamin, why?
I'm sloppy.
You're sloppy? All right, well, we're gonna let that run for a while and water this really well. And once we're back, I don't know, maybe in the morning I'll get some of this ground cover planted. When I plant the ground cover, I'm gonna have to, like in between the stones, I'm gonna have to leave the sprinkler on a lot to get that established. That sprinkler does feel good though. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today. I bless you. Until next time.